Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Rather than stream the last Omicron tribal quest, I decided I'll just do a separate recording. As you can see, we're Fisher and we're ready to go. The universe, and coffee beans. You have the strangest feeling you've forgotten something, or someone. Precisely 86,400,000 time codes have passed our last brewing incident. A new record. This unit's mission satisfaction could not be higher. I don't know about you, but I think we deserve a break. Care to join us for a tall glass of carrot juice? Carrot coffee is also an option, though I hate to risk our safety record. These unit notes that carrots are still disproportionately represented in the menu, but accepts your invitation. Now, that's impossible. Oops. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't covering up... I was covering up the chat in case something came up, but I forgot that also would mean I'd be covering the... whatever. You know what I want. But I mean I was covering the characters. No avatar, of course, because this is just going to be a short recording. No need to worry about the finer details. Such a pleasant atmosphere for processing. This unit now understands organic life forms' obsession with beverage consumption. The last dregs has certainly come a long way. Remember when the counter was dusty and musty? I still don't know what civilization originally built these structures, but I'd like to think they'd be happy to see what we've done with the place. Perhaps they ran a cafe of their own long ago. Actually, while you're here, could you check in with the patrons? As you well know, customer satisfaction is our first priority, and they wouldn't dare fob you off with a platitude. What are they saying? Do they like it? This unit apologizes for once again burdening you with the extra shift. Or ingredients may be submitted to this unit's processing. While the sea's vistas are by far the most charming, other scenery of Elysium has proven quite enjoyable as well. The peaks, the trees, whatever the weird place that with monoliths is. This place, I love it here. It reminds me of home almost as much as the sea of Elysium. And such a pristine sea it is. Each time I devour delicious fish, I reaffirm my vow to protect it. One serving of the fish, please. Thy consideration is appreciated, hero. For me, 'tis enough to gaze upon the tiny dessert and feel the wind upon my scales. Whoops. Indeed, the true winds of Elysium are divine, yet I find myself drawn to the pastry nonetheless. The sentiment which thou didst create, the warmeth my heart, the sentiment by which thou didst create, it warmeth my heart even now. Yeah, I forgot that dragon way of speaking is a little, yeah. Argumentative, yeah. For next subject of conversation, I propose relaxing sound of should the milk go in first or last. Yes, the transmission of other beings' gustatory perception has been most effective. I believe I should like to experience haptic transmissions next. These burns to the tongue reports made by the beings that consume coffee rapidly sound intriguing. Why do you hasten so? There are yet many gustatory sensations we must experience. The Corellians and Gribbleff's perceptions were illuminating. Oh, the atmosphere too is quite enjoyable, though the other beings are naturally unequipped to discuss the finer mysteries of the universe. Whoops. The idle chatter pleases me. In fact, I've scarcely rebuked anyone at all. Oh wow. Defiant fighter. We came here to research whether vegetables might be of value to the menu, not discuss personal issues, but you know how he is. It's been quite some time since I began cooperating with this lout, hasn't it? Though I can scarce believe it myself, we are as allies now, so even call us friends, to which I take offense, of course. Perish the thought. As if you don't wander over my side in the garden half a dozen times per shift to raise your suggestions. Perhaps people would possess more accurate conception of our relationship if you didn't clearly crave my insight. Still, I couldn't believe that anyone who enjoys last dregs as much as I do can't be all bad, even if he has poor taste in helmets. I'm sure the joke is that they have the exact same helmets, just different in color. Yeah, that world the Corellian world did definitely strike me as one of those 80s sci-fi areas. Intentional or not, it's hard to say, although since the person in charge does like to, include Western media references, it does make sense. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Allow this unit to thank you, the perpetually anxious life forms said. Your data collection is appreciated. I'm not perpetually anxious. This is a normal amount of concern. Oh, but yes, thank you, Coda. How'd you find our customers? Well, they seem to be enjoying it. Oh, thank goodness they're still enjoying themselves. I'd hate for you to play host any more firefights or fistfights or food fights. Data from the Barista Unit M104 indicates that patron numbers are only increasing. Business future seems secure. Though this unit personally wishes to seek out even more civilian data nonetheless, much of the universe remains to be restored to life and hope. Incoming transmission from Sigma 4. New life. Allied units, there is new life in Elysian. Scans indicate more than one. Oh, don't bore us the logs. It's worth scanning. It's worth seeing. Yeah, even if it's just a simulacrum, I think the restoring the lost worlds in some fashion is worth our time. Unsurprisingly, I was treated more logs anyway. The good news is that every single part of Elysian has grown. Or this unit will not spoil any further revelations. Let us proceed. Ah, even robots respect spoiler tags. Baby dragons! Now we just need Time Wizard and we can get Thousand Dragon. Fish. Sweet mother, Sigma 4 wasn't kidding. Now that it can. Oh yeah, I don't think it's actually capable of that. Maybe one day. Oh, look over there. Interesting. That almost looks like the world we hadn't seen yet. That's right, there was still one group that the nihilistic, what they're called, whatever, the people seeking their own end. Ack, what are you doing here? Right, these guys, the ones who felt lost in purpose and created a deity for no other reason than to end themselves. Nihilistic Nibiru. As your companion suggested, we traverse the dead worlds of Ultima Thule. We have seen its despair. We have seen the tragedy, the forgotten, the sorrow of those who forget themselves. This is, well... This is well. Yet the star is different. There is life here. There is change. This unit understands that this is difficult for you to accept. The mission to live is no simple matter. Then why do you grasp for a life in a universe that will one day die? Why seek a change that cannot be changed? This unit hopes that you will not take this as a personal attack, but it would assert that a broad perspective is required. It is true that each civilization is vulnerable. A single particle of despair, placed in the right code, the right body, the right mind, can spread like a virus. Oh, they even get neat chairs. Yet there is more than one civilization in this universe. The disease that kills one spares another. The sorrow that consumes one drives others to seek joy. Ah, yeah, that's right. Each one that was destroyed by a completely different method. Together we will survive. Together we will see beyond our limitations. Together we find reasons to hope. For so long as we live, so long as we have even one reason, the dynamis will change for us. Beyond our despair lies an infinitude of miracles. We need only open our receptors to them. We obtained physical life eternal, and complete mental resonance determine existence meaningless. Despite all that, you still say we were wrong. Argumentative Aya. Please refrain from leaping to conclusions. Whether the inherent meaning of life, or lack thereof, can be proven by the existence of miracles remains up for debate. We Aya have grappled with such questions since time immemorial. You're welcome to join us in further discussion and gustatory simulation at the cafe before deciding that your civilization was replete with buffoons. I don't know why, but that just... it's hilarious. So long as you keep the doom and gloom confined to your conversation with mentally unflappable beings, that should be fine. And who knows, a nice cup of coffee might cheer you up a bit. This unit can vouch for the utility of beverages in processing philosophical conundrums. That too, perhaps they'll even find something new to ponder. The little things they say. Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in the broad questions that you miss the forest for the trees, so to speak. And yes, I know I am absolutely one to talk about missing the forest for the trees, I know. There will be time enough for all civilizations to find hope in the future. Given the proposed eternal opening cycle, this unit has set reminders to look out for the end of the universe in a case additional menu items are required. That's what I like to hear. Less failures and more carrots of happiness. We'll have to explore the new Elysian when we have a bit more time. These developments were pleasing, but whence did they originate? Changes soon after Code asked our customers reflect the experiences of the cafe, no? Perhaps realizing how happy they are increased their faith in a brighter future. And perhaps even the Nibiru were moved by the sight of a world that had not fallen to despair. In any case, the value of our mission is quite clear. You bet it is. It's so nice not to do all the emotional lifting around here anymore. Do come back and join us from time to time, Coda. We'll be here. Forever. Affirmative, your labor is greatly valued. We would be delighted to assign you shifts at any time. This unit Jeffs, your friendship is also valued. Should you ever need a place to process, you're always welcome for a beverage of indeterminate nature at the last dregs. The song is called Close in the Distance, and it still feels really good to hear, even after all this time. This expansion has had a lot of up and downs, but I've come out with a positive opinion of it overall, I guess. You've achieved blood-sworn reputations. Can't speak for anyone else, but I guess that's how I feel about it, if nothing else. Dinner and a show. Oh, interesting. A manager's work is never done, or so Jamming Way would indicate. Interesting. I guess it's time. Oh yes, and as you'll notice, I officially have the Manderville Scythe. I probably posted something on it a little while ago just to show it off, but I really do like the final stage of this one. In fact, I like them quite a bit more in the general sense than the Shadowbringer weapons. I know the Shadowbringer relic weapon final steps were a little back and forth, and sadly I wasn't one of the big fans of it, although I did of course like the Red Mage one because, well, Red Mage weapons never miss. I should probably actually get that one at some point, but no matter, no matter. For now, we gotta complete this. Welcome Allied Unit Coda, are you here to process? Elysian's environs are peaceful day. Perhaps a barista can get a cup of tea. This unit assures you there are no carrots in the tea. I thought that quest was a little, oops, sorry if you had to check Discord there. I was gonna say, yeah. I thought that was a little short since that was only about 15 minutes. Ah, well. Jamming Way. Here for a status report, Coda. I quite understand. I get terribly anxious whenever I have to step away from the cafe. Why, just the other day I returned to the find a Grebbeloff and snuck by in the corner to bathe in the soup. Such incidents aside, the last dregs couldn't be more successful. We're bustling with business, and Elysian is thriving. Yet, as the manager of this operation, I'd be remiss not to ponder new ways to juice a little more happiness out of this carrot. Where this unit hastens to indicate the current levels of juice and happiness are within optimal parameters. Any attempt to push further beyond may prove disruptive to the present equilibrium. Oh, of course it'll be disruptive, you glorified can opener! A threat to the status quo may be, but innovation is the lifeblood of business. I think our patrons should we treat them so, say, thrilling entertainment over a cup of coffee? Whatever we do needs to be spectacular, though, so good even Nibiru won't stare morosely if only I had any ideas whatsoever. The dreaming ways are full of ideas. Can't vouch for the quality, though. Really now, I'd heard they were cooking up something in the hold, but I had no idea our project was such a success. I'm gonna see for myself. Interested in a trip to Best Ways Burrow? I'd appreciate your opinion on any possibilities I turn up. I trust you can mind the cafe. Contact me via Ragnarok. Should there be any more soup scandals? Ah, is this the combined quest for all of them? There wasn't one before, but there might be one now, I guess. Hey, Jamming Way. Been a while since you've been home, huh? So this is the new Hopo's hold, eh? I must say, it's a significant improvement over the old crates and buckets. Oh yeah, this was basically a storage room a while ago. And of course, Jamming Way had to go to the last dregs a while before the questline even started, so they've never actually seen it. As these stations that everyone's hopping to join. That one's a true work of art. I can truly appreciate Jason's subject matter. However, one can hardly expect half a dozen civilizations share the same aesthetic sensibilities. I shudder to imagine the pontification and gunfire that would ensue if we asked our patients to paint a mural. Those machines remind me of N7000, right down to the ears. They would easily fit in quite well with our current staff. Then again, they'd hardly be an innovative addition, would they? We already have more condescending numerical projections we could possibly need. I suppose music is a matter of taste, although the Laportes certainly seem to be having fun. Do you think a mournful dragon would enjoy being blasted with laser lights while singing its ancient melodies? No? Pity. A shop. Perhaps our patrons will enjoy a selection of knickknacks sold alongside a regular menu? Though mining those Omicron coins requires an exuberant amount of processing power, what if increased circulation led to a drop in Omicron value? Mother forfend. And the station looks familiar. I wonder if Cookingway has any new recipes to share. But there is quite a bit of carrot on the menu already, and 7000 would doubtless whir and whinge at the lack of variety. Is that a broadcasting station? Oh, I do so love a good transmitter. I wonder what sort of messages they're sending. Speaking to the people of Atheres to let them know they're not alone. Ah, color me intrigued. Ensuring widespread access to receivers seems like hard work, but worth the effort indeed. We could adjust the tuning of the Ragnarok's communications to receive this transmission in the last dregs. But it may not provide the level of crowd-pleasing excitement we're aiming for. Well, each and every one of these is wonderful in its own right. If your none are quite suitable for our goals, perhaps Dreaming Way could dream up something special for us. It's so good to see Dreaming Way again. Do you think you can get me one of those shirts? Oh, Coda, and this Jamming Way. It's been so long, I'd started to think they're avoiding me. Oh, you opened up a cafe in Ultima Thule? That's one mother of a dream. And business is booming. Well, I'm honored to be consulted about your upcoming event. Now we only need to work out what it is. Have you spoken with Talking Way yet? They received letters from listeners across the star. Surely one or two have mentioned exciting happenings. Wait here. I only just now, this very moment, realized that the raving glow sticks are carrots. I don't know how I never noticed that before. I present Talking Way. It's a pleasure to see you again. I'd be happy to assist your endeavors however I can. Forgive me, but have we met before? Yes, you would remember me as Counseling Way, but I've recently taken the name of Talking Way to my new dream. Oh, how wonderful. I look forward to working with you, Talking Way. Dreaming Way mentioned that you were in search of a rousing entertainment for patrons, and one possibility hops to mind. If our listener mail's an indication, Thavnair's hippo cart races have been drawing quite a crowd as of late. Folks come far and wide to see those hippos hurtle, 'tis said. Hurtling hippos. Why does that sound so exciting? Why, that does sound exciting. We could set up a race course in Necropolis to give the last dregs a prime view of the action. A stirring contest of speed and skill, like which Ultima Thule's never seen. Ah, that's right. Sports, racing, and all that can be seen in bars all the time. Surely that would pique even the Nibran's interest. And just how we might approach these hippo racers. Well, as a matter of fact, I've already helped them out. The leader's a friend of yours. You really do know everyone. I hope we can count on you for an introduction. Hippo Hustle and Ultima Thule sounds like the sort of entertainment that should be available to all. Could our radio station provide a live broadcast of the event? But of course, with the Ragnarok as relay, there's no signal we cannot boost. Would you like nothing more than to share the joy of such an experience with listeners? I would certainly be curious to attend myself. And it's settled. We'll start the preparations. I trust you can convince the hippos to traverse the Sea of Stars. So Thavnair, you said we're looking for a woman named Turna, correct? Oh, I can hardly wait. In fact, I can't. I'll see you there. My, these are expensive. Well, actually... Oops. Ah, well. Probably should have spoken to them before going, but oh well. Yeah, usually... I can teleport to the Great Work or Yeoman, or whatever, the... blah blah blah. I trip over my words a lot tonight. Weird. This is my first time meeting an Arxidor in person. Do my ears look alright? Is this the little one with you? They've been patting their ears for a while now. Staring. Got a lot of staring going on. Yeah, it's alright. They're just a bit, not exactly social. Radio? Yeah, I've heard of it. One of my crew lugged a radio contraption all the way here from Old Charlian. That could be who you sent to get the letter. That could be who sent you the letter about the Hana Hippo Hustle, come to think of it. The race is talk of the star. We'd love to bring that sort of excitement to Ultima Thule. A wee bit of a trek from here, though. Ultima who? Now, I ain't never heard of. They live across the sea somewhere, I take it? As buoyant as our hippos are, we can't send them out in the wild world of their own. You need to call on me to race them safely, and I have too much work here to abandon my post. Can't thank you enough for taking interest in our operation, though. Oh. Yeah, I think sending hippos in outer space might be a bit much. It's just really a shame, but I hate to make the hippo riders disappoint their own customers in the name of inventing ours. What to do? Sorry to turn you down, especially if you came all this way. And Dreamway and Talking were excited of this plan too. We mustn't give up just yet. I'm calling a strategy meeting to be held whatever the post over there looks like. Well, that post over there looks like a good place as any. I'm no good at androgynous voices, that's for sure. I understand that Turner's passion for work. I feel the same about my own. Perhaps someone else might race on our behalf. No, Turner race. I overheard your conversation. Akala, I want to race Turner, and I know Turner wants to race. Akala, you're the Turner mentioned, aren't you? Never Turner's work ends. When she finishes with Hippo, she teaches the common tongues we fit in, teaches Hanish manners and fairness in trade. Aka, I find your language difficult, but my speaking improves. Turna says so, but Turna has no time to ride hippos now. She cares for the hippos and the riders, her kin. Always she helps us. But she forgets we can help her. Always, we want to help her. See, Taryn is a great leader, but she takes every responsibility upon herself. No wonder she has no time to raise hippos. Anyways, Taryn listens to you. You must talk sense into her. Yes, I quite agree. If in our heart to heart she wants to race, that's all the more reason for us to host a hippo hustle. Think you could convince her to come around? Leave it to me. And with how short the Omicron was, I think this was definitely worth my time to get going. Just wear down till she agrees. It'll be fun. Good. What a surprise. You're here to speak with Turna as well? Good luck with talking sense. Just hold it right there. I know that look. But you'll find I ain't so easily persuaded. It cannot be skipped. I'm gonna be able to handle this, I'm sure. Ignore that charisma may and may not be my dump stat. You know how important our delivery business is. You helped us get our start. Why talk me out of it? You can make deliveries later, but opportunity is knocking right at this moment. Later. Speed deliveries are our business. We can't be speedy for it even later. Of excitement. Of course I would. There's so many times you can... Of course I would. There's only so many times you could race the same course, not starting to feel like a chore, but too many folks are relying on services to gallivanting. Doesn't your hippo deserve a change of scenery? As long as a happy hippo, as long as she's running. Don't think she much notices the scenery. I have a lot less steering to do if she did. I was worried about you. I told them I had nothing to worry about. Miss Racing, sure, but the hippo riders come first. Business could be better, and I like to keep it that way. I recall a heartwarming lesson learned during the inaugural race. That was race for the ages, to be sure, and it was thanks to our team here. Like I always say, I can only do so much by myself. I do say that, don't I? Yeah, here I am acting like a caller back when he first got here. I guess I was right, that him and I ain't so different, in more ways than I knew. Alright, fine. Hippo riders will pull together things to move it to keep things moving. You'll have your race. This still makes me think of Chillno's theme from Toho. And I don't think it will ever stop. You talk good sense. You win, you win. Give me a moment to speak with Maro and Gossip. The Resistance will be taken away in a place to faraway land. I'd best join you for everyone's safety, of course. I knew you'd come through with us, for us. Why, you had her convincing herself by the end. I may or may not have just gotten a lucky natural 20. N7000, is that you? Affirmative. Several shrill life forms have come bearing word of a hippo hustle to take place. As survey units have automatically initialized advertising protocols, this unit requires swift confirmation that these reports are accurate. They are accurate. Until those units, I like their initiative. As for my fellow Laporte life forms, I recommend a tall glass of carrot juice for each. They're sure to place additional orders. Acknowledge. Interference. Testing. Please respond. Prioritizing requests for managerial assurance of the customer front. Ending transmission. Don't you terminate this transmission on me? Rude. What was that all about, I wonder? Race will be good. I can feel it. I dream with chasing. I'm coming. Hold your hippos. No harm will come to my commands on my watch, and I shall be watching quite avidly. Jamming Way appears moderately concerned about the unidentified calamity that may or may not be falling the last dregs at this very moment. And initiating a new call doesn't work either. I doubt that's anything serious, but perhaps you could check on them just in case. You typically carry at least one object suitable for light bludgeoning, do you not? I'll work out the final details with Trina. And see the hippo rider safely to Ultima. I trust the cafe will be intact when we arrive. Don't worry, if anything causes a problem, I should be able to, either smack it with my scythe or slash it accordingly. I am one of many talents, pretty much all of which revolve around hitting things really, really hard. I don't need any repairs, right? No, I don't. I guess while I'm doing this, they're actually doing a new two-part Moogle tome part of the expansion, which is funny because it's in January when I record this, but the expansion isn't hitting until summer. The rewards are just kind of okay, if we're completely honest. But then again, I guess it's hard to beat the last set. I mean, part of the reason I wanted to stream the Rival Wings was because so many people were queuing for it that it actually had a decent speed of queue times. And, of course, the rewards were incredible to justify that. You basically got the entire nine-tailed fox mount, this one right here, entirely for farming it. The Dreaming Way Rabbits. And 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So I come settle in while you and Jamming Way handle the hippos. I'm so glad we did. The characters is divine. Talking Way and Inventing Way are taking the sites, but I'll be back in time for the race. Your return is most welcome. However, one managerial life form remains conspicuously absent. Ah, they're getting the race event in order. Understood. This unit will initiate idling protocols until Jamming Way arrives. Carrot-based refreshments have already been distributed to the newcomer life forms. And such refreshing refreshments they were. Furthermore, your sensory organs have detected, the usual customers have vacated the premises. This unit now convey additional context. Once upon a time code. So to sum up, we will no longer need to worry about lack of patrons. In fact, the last drag is completely empty. It's quite inconceivable. Hey, everyone else is gone. Oh, Coda, thank the sisters. I wasn't sure we'd make it, especially after that experimental etherite. Boy, where are the customers? You had one job, button for brains. If elevated body temperature detected in nagging life form, this unit recommends swift consumption of chilled liquids. As the customers, they have temporarily ceased their consumption of fine cafe fare in preparation for the upcoming race. Well, I guess that makes sense. The Corellians procured a transport vessel with the assistance of Stigma 4. Presently, the global citizens and freedom fighters are conducting a joint test drive. Meanwhile, the Grebelefs expressed a long-standing desire to float about within the Mu Massive, which were eagerly volunteered by their caretakers to serve as steeds. This unit's ethical algorithms are still processing. The Dragons, too, intend to participate, soaring through Elysian's mountains, have revived their passion for flight, and they have expressed a desire to see more of Ultima Thule from above. Unexpected, but I'll gladly take it. So long as our patrons reach happiness, the means by which of travel matters not. This unit agrees and hopes all patrons will be replete with joy upon the inevitable defeat by the superior Omicron vehicle. Artillery may be involved. Artillery? Artillery's no match for a Kala. I dodge. This is shaping out to be a gauntlet fiercer than Barnum's medal. This unit also invited the Nibiruin to share a singular experience of losing to the Omicrons, but their registration remains pending. Nevertheless, they have conceded to observe the other civilization's preparations. Well, we'll have to hope the overall excitement sweeps them up to them eventually. For now, we have our own preparations to attend to. On that note, this unit recalls Inventing Life Form. Wish to speak with Coda regarding said preparations. Reports of critical levels of static electricity indicate the likely presence of this ally based Omicron. Now, this unit must return to supervising Digma 4's production of racetrack features, engaging enthusiasm protocols. Odd spot for a restaurant. I didn't reckon delivery to Thavnair would be sustainable. I don't reckon delivery to Thavnair would be sustainable in the long run, but we should bring some grub back for Maru at least. Later we race. For now, we lunch. If Inventingway's having difficulty with the radio relay, don't hesitate to direct him to me. I have a knack for whacking unruly machines into shape, if I do say so myself. First, I should prepare a drink or two for our Honish guests to feel at home. Perhaps some carrot chai? Is carrot chai tea actually a thing? It is! Carrot ginger chai iced tea. Note to self, I might actually have to try this at some point. This will be our best broadcast yet. I can feel it. Grandmother always said that not reveals more about people Well, then they're food, and these dishes certainly look educational. Which would Rakashir like most, I wonder? Oh, actually a transport unit will take me there, and I can just teleport. It's faster this way. A4, and then to base Omicron. Well, this game has officially given me a new recipe to try out, or at least look into later. Now, whether or not it's actually good, I don't know. I've tried a number of drinks that I was hoping to like, including various types of sake, by the way. But I've yet to find one I particularly like, so who knows? Sometimes it just doesn't vibe with me, I guess. Synergize, or whatever term you want me to use. Whatever sounds best, I guess, would be the better way to put it, actually. Ah, just the person of their theories I was hoping to see. As our Omicron friend doubtless relayed to you, the race is no longer a mere spectator sport. The people of Ultima Thule will be bringing their best civilization's offer, and they mean to win. Should the Arxadora then be left to defend Aetheri's honor on their own? Knows as I, Mother put her faith in the myriad peoples at the start for a reason. Fortunately, we brought a number of moonhoppers to help prepare for the hustle. With help from good old Inventing Way, there's no reason one can't haul you to victory. And so without mentioning the artillery, that might be a reason. Artillery from artillery, you can't pulverize what you can't catch. That is actually a very good point. You can easily dodge the green shell by outrunning it or turning. I've already taken the liberty, and I'm assuming it's a green shell and not a red one, because it's, they said artillery and not homing missiles. I've already taken the liberty of altering this moonhopper. Dazzle your competition with this hyper hop step. Press the big boost out, strip them with ease. Actually, why not do both? Do you mind your power reserves, though? Even with my prodigy skill, there's only so many batteries I can shove in the chases. Now hop along until there'll be one more entry at the roster. I'll catch up once to discover where this final screw belongs. Safety features? What could we possibly need those for? They're lucky my character has tanked entire planets exploding, or this might actually be dangerous for me. Was Inventing Way of knowing the Omicrons? Perhaps we can learn from his methods. Oh yeah, Jamming Way. Don't annoy the Omicrons. Without me. Turna, this is gonna be one odd hustle. First I have eaten, now victory awaits. Jamming Way asked for my help at the starting line. Me being an expert and all. Were race preparations continuing in accordance with projections? Did the inventing life form raise any matters of note? Well, yes, actually. It seems there's going to be an extra entrant. You'll be joining the fray? How thrilling! Entrant registered. This unit will now provide supplementary information regarding the course. Please direct your orbs toward the geographical data display. The race will begin at the Starship Ragnarok in Ostacron Deca Octo. Once Jamming Way and Ogul signal the commencement of hostilities, competitors may proceed across Srayatara towards Ostracontria. Passage through the checkpoint rings is mandatory. Those rings look rather lofty. Are the hippo carts able to get through? In Ultima Thule, emotions become reality. You need only believe to make the hippos fly. You just called me an ultimate fool? Because you have to be to believe something like that. Once in Oskatrontria, racers will enter the artillery zone, which extends from the propriety of the Oskatron to the abode of the Ea. This exciting enhancement was sponsored by the Alphatron civilization. Wait, you're serious about the artillery? What if my Saria gets hit? Out of concern for the curiosity of the smooth four-legged life forms, Smigophore is presently manufacturing non-lethal cannons. Encountering these painless projectiles results in no more than simply explosive removal from course. Those who remain unblasted should continue to Oskatron Deca Hexi and proceed through the base Omicron. This is merely a matter of reaching the finish line located at Last Dregs. I win, then I feast on tiny desserts. Note that in accordance with the Omicron contest protocols, there are no restrictions on contrivances mechanical, magical, or maniacal during the race. This concludes the briefing. Well, at least I packed my rainbow galal. Sorry, I should be happy to run for it, no matter where she is. You rock Gulal, why not share? Share is caring. We've been through this. Your hippo's never shown a lick of interest. You're just like throwing things. Well, at least he knows what I like. Good, make your preparations. I need to be sure the N7000 is understating the firepower of these cannons. Once it's taken care of, I'll retrieve your Moonhopper and meet you at the Ragnarok. I have no idea if this is going to end well or not. Should be fun. Once you work out what your hippo likes, you can throw some of that instead. But I like rainbow colors. See you at the starting line. Allied units participation is unexpected. Recalculating advisability of free-for-all. Grab your most durable headgear and wait for me at the Ragnarok. Yeah, I'm lucky I've been able to tank the power of infinite darkness as well as planets colliding and time being screwed with. Otherwise, I might actually have some danger of being injured. Yeah, if you're wondering why throughout Hildebrand I was wondering how Dr. Luge thought he'd be capable of dealing any kind of damage to me, that's kind of why. But I guess that's why the next expansion's kind of advertising itself as a lower key affair, more of a summer vacation. I mean, there's an actual plot, but... Upon commencing the race, several cutscenes. It's recommended you set aside sufficient time. That's why I'm doing this. Test, people with Ares, are you there? We are your hosts, Talking Way and Dreaming Way, coming to you live from the very edge of the universe. Here among the stars, the hyper hustle is about to begin. This contest for ages will see the competitors race across as barren as is beautiful, vying for the very first to be the very first across the finish line. You won't want to miss a moment of this, folks. Now let's introduce our racers. Pulled by the speedy Saruria. Saria is a courier as fast as she's reliable, all the way from Thavnair. It's Trina, the hippo rider. Next, Ajasura is fearsome on the track as he's fearless on the battlefield. The hone fires of the Hanish hippo hustle. Yakala. Let's hope the Peacekeeper's less peaceful functions are all disabled. Hailing from Corellian, a team of once bitter enemies turned fast friends, the citizens of freedom. Hey, sometimes all it takes to unite two arch enemies is another enemy of both. Our next entrant may be more frolicsome than furious, but pass them at your own peril. Supported by the ever-so-darling Mew Missive. It's the electrifying Gribeloff X. Wonder if that's supposed to be a reference to Racer X from Speed Racer. And this clean, speedy machine is ready to put the Alpha back in Alphatron civilization. Say hello to the lethal Lambda unit, Victory! All the vowels and letters are replaced with possible replacement numbers. But lo, what wisdom rides the winds of Elysian and fair peaks once forgot. The Dragon Star has joined the fray. Last but not least, the Sword of Darkness, a sword in the darkness and a beacon of hope, the champion of Eorzea. Friends across the universe represent the one and only Hurrier of Light. I sure have a bunch of titles to choose from, that's for sure. What's this? A Nibiru Challenger? Am I supposed to be here? I thought Hurrier was our last participant. You made it! Did you prepare a vehicle? We can lend you the Moonhopper if we'd like. Oh, that will not be necessary. Ah, that's right. They were basically what the ancients were about to... It's... Right. The Nibiru were basically what the ancients' civilization were headed towards if they had not been ended sooner. What's the name of Bug Swap America? Sara's a good girl, but she ain't no divinity. How's a normal hippo supposed to compete with that? Like I said, you and your hippo need only let your competitive spirits burn bright. There's a will that's a way, quite literally. I suppose I'll toss some cool and hope for the best. So yeah, then of course I should have realized the Nibiru would have their shape-shifting abilities that the ancients have. Racers, are you ready? Our racers have assembled the starting line. Who will surpass the rest to emerge triumphant? Hope they're well aware I ain't holding back, but then again, neither are they, so perhaps that's for the best. On your mark, get set, go! And they're off with Nibi Run God Rala taking the lead. Ah, but it's still early in the race. I was wondering if this would be an actual mini game, but ooh. Sweet mother, a juicy jolt from the Moon Messiah has sent the Lambda unit tumbling. Does this spell defeat for victory? Now the competitors race on. They are now entering the next area, in the field of automated artillery. This song is one of my personal favorites from the whole expansion, and there's a lot of good ones, make no mistake. The citizens of freedom are going in. We've received transmission from the Peacekeeper. This is not compared to the carnage in Carillion. Yeah. Well, you heard it here, folks. Ah, so they're used to dodging gunfire. Ooh. Oh no. And the Peacekeeper is down by the cannon blast. How fortunate the Carillions wear helmets. Ayala's cart is enveloped in a cloud of glol. A ploy to distract the competing hippos, or do you fall prey to a rainbow temptation? Oh. Whatever the cause, it's only made Turna, the hippo rider's cart, fly faster. She has overtaken the Hurrier of Light for second place. Time has stopped. To claim victory, you must overtake both Turna's hippo cart and the Nibiruin's Rala. I have already taken the liberty of altering this Moonhopper. Dazzler competition with the Hyper Hop Step. Press the big boost button to outstrip them with ease. Actually, why not do both? Do mind the power reserves, though. Even my prodigious skill, there are only so many batteries I can shove in the chasis. Grab Sara's attention, then boost. Use the boost to overtake the hippo car and distract it. Mash the boost button until you suppress both ways. Alright, let's give it a go. As you consider this option, you reflect upon the prior choices with the Nibiru. They may not be the distractible sort. Oh, so I see. I need to distract the one who can be distracted. Because if I go just mash, he directly said if I be a mash, I'll run out of battery. The hippo was halted, overwhelmed by the euphony of my song, no doubt. And the hurry of lights take on second place. The cries of this ain't overcoat from Durna. Alright, we just need the nitro boost. Alright, so I had the general idea, I just had it reversed. That's it, the final stretch. The hurrier of light has pushed the moonhopper to incredible speeds. Got good speed, stamina. Might be a photo finish. Oh yeah, he would have caught it. Whoever of M ends at the finish line, the winner of the hyper hustle is just barely. Photo finish. The hurrier of light by a nose. Yeah. Oh, we do not understand. Understand what? Our chosen form was suitable, our performance flawless, yet victory was not ours to claim. It's been long since we've experienced this quickening of the pulse, this vexation. Ah, so they needed to lose to realize they... That's racing for ya. Just when you think you got it, some grinning idiot shows up shooting past to take the gold. Then sometimes you get to be that grinning idiot. That's the thrill of it. You never know if it'll go your way. You just race with everything you've got. That you're upset to have lost can only mean one thing. You want to win next time. And that is dream worth chasing. Trust me, I'm an expert. We do feel a yearning to race once more, a yearning to triumph. Looks like my hopper's gonna need more batteries. This is well. We will engage with the other patrons of this establishment to develop a superior stratagem. Our dynamist readings indicate a positive effect on the local environment. In accordance with Jamming Way's aspirations, the Last Dregs has become an even greater source of hope. Despite significant expense, extensive property damage, and crushing defeat incurred, this unit has rated the Hyper Hustle as worth it. Might as well speak to what everyone else says. You once had cuisine. Such pristine fish will be sure to take good care of them, those we don't eat anyway. You're formidable on the track as on the battlefield. I should do my best to learn from your example. Congratulations on victory, Coda, though in truth, I'm just relieved everyone survived. I think we could fit a racetrack in Hopper's Hold. Congratulations, Allied Unit Coda. This unit has already requested the manufacture of an Omega unit to be cultivated into a worthy competitor via racing trials. Please anticipate your defeat. Can't say what's more unbelievable. I'm gardening with the enemy or that I quite enjoy it. I was dead serious about the war, believe you me, yet somehow this feels more meaningful. Is it possible the substance that possesses no consciousness knows us better than we know ourselves? Ooh, another please. Oh, can't forget the last one. Release with my own two hands. As do all individuals, we seek only to become part of something more, yet we've come to consider that it is not perfect understanding required, merely the shared experience of a pleasant meal. To think you did all of that in a Laporte-built craft, I'm delighted we could play some small part in your triumph, and I'm even more delighted that Nibiru finally found something to work towards. Still, I'll be glad to resume our usual service, maybe make myself a nice carrot coffee while I'm behind the counter. I was wondering if it was going to be a full minigame like Chocobo Racing, but nah, it's just pure cutscene. But it does make sense. Whereas it sounds it did require that the Nibiru lose in order to realize that maybe they weren't as flawless as expected. You're right, I admit it. I had a great time racing, even if I didn't understand half of what was going on. But fun as it was, I need to be getting home to Thavnair. Don't want to leave the Hippo Riders alone for too long, lest some hamsheads start getting restless. We finished packing up the broadcasting equipment, so we'll be heading back to the Dreaming Workshop ourselves. So soon, I feel so empty. It'll feel so empty out here in the cosmic void without you. Affirmative. Did we not have one more objective complete before the other organic life forms depart? Objective? Oh, I nearly forgot. Talking way, inventing way. Help me lift this. 1, 2, hop. A statue. Ah. Oh, I get it. It's for you, Coda. Trophy befitting the victor of the Hyper Hustle. As you can see, it was designed in the image of the last dregs, Hippo Riders, and the Dreaming Ways. That reminds me, we brought a few commemorative gifts as well. Talking way, inventing me. Help me lift these. 1, 2, Ooh, radios. And they even have actual rabbit ears on them. One for the last dregs, one for Svarna. You have an eatery there too, I hear. Adorable dance. And I hope you'll let us keep you company at mealtimes, whether it's weather advisories, hopping music, or simply a friendly voice you need. Hope FF is there for you. So this is a radio contraption too. It has bigger ears than the other one I saw, but I'll be sure to listen to the crew. I was just thinking we could get one of these. Our patrons are gonna love it. Where projections anticipate increased customer satisfaction in the ambience category. Thank you, Coda. We wouldn't be here if you hadn't brought us here together. Like I speak for everyone, I say, this day will shine like a newborn star in our memories. I hope you feel the same. It does feel nice to have a quest line where there's no big baddie to have to fight this time. Instead, we just have a group of people coming together. Just don't let it eclipse the possibility of unforgettable days to come. After all, look across the sea, up at the moon, past the distant stars. You'll find us waiting for you. Lop hop. It's true. Oh, the lop hop. Reputation up. You achieved allies' reputation with all of them. Throughout your efforts, your allies, from Atheres to the stars beyond, have forged true bonds of friendship that promise to remain strong throughout the years. You're truly a hero to tribes throughout the universe. Space race. Does it have a title or something with it? No, not this time. Might work a little better if I was an actual rabbit, but then again, the Vera don't have tails. Alright, I guess that'll be all for now. Well, until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.